Zerg player rather has stopped the Terran player's starport from coming up, so it looks like the Terran player is going to be a little hard-pressed to finish this deal and get science vessels fast, because that's what he's going to need with the radiate and whatnot against these mutalisks that are about to come up. Zerg player going for the savior build, as we can see. Actually, not here, just a little bit below. Zerg player going for an expansion. No, oh, he's going to the top left corner to expand. Very inconspicuous place, very unlikely area for the Terran player to comsat scan. So that base will probably be secure. I'm sure he'll defend it though. Here come the mutalisks. Zerg player going for what is called the savior build. There's the spire. Here's the hatchery. He's also upgrading lurkers. Look at this, lurkers. So just in case the mutalisk idea does not work out, he's got his lurker tech already set up and rearing to go. Terran player grouping his forces. There's his first tank. So it looks like he's going to want to be pushing in. Terran player making Valkyries, which is a very irregular thing to you don't normally see that against Zerg players, but it actually probably will be a smart idea for him to do that because of the splash damage from the Valkyries. And the reason that I say it's irregular is because of the sheer price for air units, especially Terran air units. They're very Vespene gas heavy. Mutalisk harassment takes out that tank. That Zerg player lost 2 mutalisks in the process of getting that tank, but he needed to get that because now that the Zerg player has seen the tank, he knows that the Terran player wants to push into his expansion and try to take it out by using the siege tank strategy that I outlined earlier. First Valkyrie is out. The Zerg player kind of felt a little bit of a force of that. All of his mutalisks looked like they were a little bit damaged at the very least. Now the mutalisks are kind of circling around, about to hit it from the south. Terran regrouping his forces, trying to see where the enemy is going to be approaching him from. He does not know. Zerg player moving out. Bad decision by the Zerg player. He tried to move straight into the base and attack the mineral line, but he changed his mind halfway through getting it, and he left his mutalisk kind of sitting there. And that little stutter step that he did with the mutalisk caused him to lose. Well, he lost 1 mutalisk in that little stutter step right there, but he got all of his units heavily damaged, so he's not going to be going back there anytime soon. He's retreating his units back to his base, and probably going to try and either build more mutalisks or build up a new army of perhaps lurkers or whatever, because he sees with all of these missile turrets that the Terran player has built up, doing this will probably not be a very smart idea, continuing with the mutalisk attack. Terran player messing around with his Valkyries, killing that pterodactyl, Kakaru I believe it's called. Zerg player looking for Terran expansion, hoping to get a mineral line, but unfortunately not, so he's going to try to stop the command center from being built in the meantime. Terran player has another tank. Valkyrie here does not see the Overlord. A little bit of a vision range, so he has no idea that the Overlord is there. Creep colony is coming up in the top left corner, so we know that the Zerg player is building them just in case of a Terran attack, plus he has plenty of minerals. I don't know if you can see that from the ADV loader here. A secondary engineering bay coming up by the Terran player. So the Terran player obviously, clearly, is going to focus on upgrading his infantry. So the Terran player is going to stick to his strategy of Marines and Medics. Here come the Lurkers, Hydralisks, and Zerglings. So the Zerg player is definitely going to go for an offensive sometime soon. He has a pretty big mass right there. And depending on how he uses it, we'll see how this works out. Zerg player also researching Hydralisk speed, as you saw earlier in the Hydralisk den. Zerg player making a very unwise decision. He kind of just threw his mutalisks out there. All of them are gone. He almost got the Valkyrie there, but not going to work out too well. So, looks like the Zerg player just decided, you know what, I'm going to throw away the mutalisks. Not too smart of an idea, but like I said, I'm commentating on this afterwards, and this is exactly why. The reason that the Zerg player, this is kind of a spoiler here, but the reason that the Zerg player threw his mutalisks at the Terran player was sort of a psychological reason. Then this is what it is. He's forcing that he wants the Terran player to kind of retreat and react to his sacrifice of the mutalisks. And the Terran player is a little cocky, thinking that he can move out and attack the Zerg player. But if you look down here in the bottom right of the map, the mini-map, we see a large group of air units moving very slowly into the southern part of the Terran player's base. And if you look at the mini-map, the Terran player, not very well defended. So, Terran player, going in with his push, he was going to drop his tanks kind of on the inside of the Zerg player's expansion, but he decided not to. He's got his dropship in the Valkyries to look overward. And here comes an Overlord drop. This is a huge, huge mistake for the Terran player to leave his base so blatantly undefended. But then again, you don't really see drops, Overlord drops, that is, in StarCraft games, especially public ones, or professional pro game ones. At that, we see all of these lurkers taking it out. Terran player is completely undefended with his base. This game is pretty much over. There he goes. He didn't even call GG. This game is over. I'll see you guys later. Peace.